Question 1. Which of the following is the correct order of the first 4 presidents of the United States? A. Adams, Jefferson, Madison, Washington. B. Washington, Jefferson, Adams, Madison. C. Washington, Adams, Jefferson, Madison. Question 2. George Washington knew he could not run the country alone, so he created a group of talented advisors to assist him in running the country. This group is called what? A. Congress. B. House of Representatives. C. Cabinet. Question 3. How were the president and vice president elected in 1789 that led to reform, or change, and Amendment 12 to be passed? So what was happening that caused them to make the change? Was it A, the president was elected, then picked their vice president? B, president was the first place winner and vice president was the second place winner? Or C, presidents and vice presidents ran on the same ticket and were elected together? Which one of those happened before the 12th Amendment? Question 4. Although France wanted the U.S. to side with them against Britain, Washington tried to keep America neutral. What is one reason for this? So what is a reason that George Washington tried to keep America neutral? A, we relied on Britain for too much of our trade. B, Britain had impressed or kidnapped our soldiers. C, France had destroyed Washington, D.C. Question 5. The Treaty of Greenville took Native American lands between the Ohio River and Lake Erie after what major battle? Was it the Battle of Ontario, the Battle of Fallen Timbers, or C, the Battle of Longhorn? Question 6. What rebellion took place during Washington's presidency where he sent thousands of troops to put down the protests and show the power of the federal government? Was it the Impressment Rebellion, the burning of the White House, or the Whiskey Rebellion? Question 7. George Washington set many precedents that future presidents would follow, aimed at avoiding too much power in the executive branch. Which of these is an example of a precedent George Washington set that later became the 22nd Amendment? A, he served 2 terms, 4 years each term, and then resigned. B, he punished those who spoke out about government. C, he gave presidents power to declare war. Which one of those things did George Washington do while he was in office that would later become the 22nd Amendment? Question 8. What country that was our ally in the American Revolution was inspired by our independence and also rebelled against their monarchy starting in 1789? Was it A, Britain, B, Spain, or C, France? Question 9. Alexander Hamilton wanted to help the federal government create a strong national economy. One way he did this was the creation of A, a national bank, B, a strong navy, or C, a truce with Canada. Question 10. The Supreme Court had a rise of power during this time due to judicial review of some cases. What is the power of judicial review? So what does judicial review mean? Does it mean A, adding amendments to the Constitution, B, determining if a law is constitutional or unconstitutional, or C, joining forces against enemies? Which one of those is what judicial review is? Question 11. Who warned the United States in his farewell speech to be careful of divisions in the country and to stay out of Europe's problems? A, Adams, B, Monroe, or C, Washington? Question 12. Which political party was led by John Adams and believed in a strong federal government and loose interpretation of the Constitution? Was it A, the Whigs, B, the Democratic Republicans, or C, the Federalists? Question 13. President Adams was the first president to report to Washington, D.C. as our nation's capital. Where is Washington, D.C. located? A, between South and North Carolina, B, between Virginia and Maryland, C, in New Orleans. Question 14. Which of the following describes the XYZ affair? Was it A, an incident where French officials demanded a bribe from the US, B, an incident where Britain attacked DC, or C, a treaty written between the US and Native Americans? Question 15. Which acts during the president of John Adams were aimed at immigrants and punishing those who spoke out or criticized the government? Was it A, the Alien and Sedition Acts, B, the Stamp Acts, or C, the Trade and Service Act? Question 16. How did early presidential administrations repel or prevent foreign invasions of the United States? So how did early presidents prevent other countries from invading the US? A, by getting rid of the military and weakening defenses. B, by signing treaties and purchasing land from other countries. Or C, by opening the borders for foreigners to come in. Question 17. What was British impressment? A, the establishment of the first public school in America. B, the practice of boarding American ships and forcing sailors to join the British Navy, so like kidnapping them. Or C, the construction of the Erie Canal. Number 18. What was one of the main problems faced by early presidents concerning our economy? A, the need to pay down war debts from the Revolutionary War. B, weaknesses of the federal government when it came to banks. Or C, quartering of British troops in U.S. homes. Question 19. Which political party was led by Thomas Jefferson and believed in a federal government that was weaker with an emphasis on states' rights as well as a belief in strictly following the Constitution? Was that party A, the Federalists, B, the Democratic Republicans, or C, the Green Party? Question 20. What was the name of President Jefferson's 1807 act that cut off trade with European countries in order to punish Britain and France for capturing our ships? Was it A, the Act of Neutrality, B, the Alien and Sedition Act, or C, the Impressment and Embargo Act? Question 21. From whom did the U.S. purchase the Louisiana Territory? Who did we buy it from? A, Britain, B, France, or C, Spain? Question 22. Which president purchased the Louisiana Territory in 1803? So who bought it? A, Washington, B, Adams, or C, Jefferson? Question 23. Which of the following was a result of the Louisiana Purchase? A, it nearly doubled the size of the United States. B, it created more westward expansion of our border. C, it led to the discovery of new plants and animals. Or D, all of the above are results of the Louisiana Purchase. Question 24. Which letter represents the territory that made up the Louisiana Purchase of 1803 on the map? A, B, C, or D? Question 25. Which letter represents the Oregon Territory in 1803 on the map? A, B, C, or D? Question 26. Which letter represents the Spanish Territory in 1803 on the map? A, B, C, or D? And question 27. Which letter represents the United States in 1803 before the Louisiana Purchase on the map? A, B, C, or D? Question 28. The Treaty of Adams-Onis under John Quincy Adams' presidency officially ended Spanish control of what territory in future state in 1809? So the Adams-Onis Treaty ended Spanish control of which territory? A, Florida, B, Nevada, or C, Missouri? Question 29. What did Lewis and Clark do over 2 years? Did they A, eliminate Native Americans in the Ohio region, B, eliminate the British in the Great Lakes region, or C, explore the newly purchased Louisiana Territory. Question 30. Who was the Shoshone woman that helped on the expedition of Lewis and Clark? A, Tecumseh, B, Sacagawea, or C, Pocahontas? Question 31. What country did the U.S. declare war on in the War of 1812? A, Spain, B, France, or C, Britain? Question 32. What caused the War of 1812? A, the impressment of sailors, B, trade disagreements, C, British troops supported Native American attacks and limited American expansion, or D, all of the above are causes of the War of 1812. Question 33. All of these are effects of the War of 1812 except one. Please choose the one that is not an effect of the war. So you are looking for the one that was not something that happened because of the War of 1812. Not. Was it A, the U.S. showed the world they could fight back, B, the British Navy is wiped out, or C, we had an era of good feelings, new identity of Americans feeling proud? Which one of those was not an effect of the War of 1812? Question 34. Which action of early presidential administrations helped a strong federal government be established in the United States? A, limited the power of the federal government, B, implemented policies that strengthened the federal government, or C, took away power from the Supreme Court? Which of those things did early presidents do that helped establish a strong federal government? And question 35. Which of the following statements best describes the impact of early presidential administrations on the country's expansion? So thinking about the growth in size. A, they created territorial expansion and opened the door to westward expansion. B, they promoted internal conflicts and division, causing the U.S. to get smaller. C, they shrank the size of the U.S. by giving up territories.